Oops.
Everybody mute yourself.
Uh-oh, I need permission to record.
I can record, I guess.
You can record? Well, can only one person record?
I can record too.
Okay, but I just need to be given permission to record, I think.
We are live on Facebook and we're going to start letting our friends in, so everybody get ready.
Munit, can you let me record? Give me permission?
The dog said yes.
All right. Welcome, welcome. We're going to let a few more folks in. And we're going to get started shortly. Welcome to Jumpstart with the Arts January edition. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, everybody. Woohoo, we made it. So glad to have all of you here with us tonight. For those of you watching live on Facebook, hello, Facebook world. This is Munit. My name is Munit, and I have my two friends here, Mizan and
Ayana.
And we're dressed like this because, well, what's today, ladies?
I want to say it.
You wanna say it? Go ahead, say it.
Today is Ethiopian Christmas.
It's Ethiopian Christmas. So for all the Ethiopians and Eritreans, Melkam Ganna, Rus Ganna, and for all the people that are out there in the world who are celebrating Orthodox Christmas, Happy Orthodox Christmas to all of you confused about why there are so many Christmases. There are those of us that are Orthodox and we celebrate around January 7th. And then there's those of us that celebrate on the 25th of December. So yay for multiple celebrations. Don't think too hard about it. Just celebrate.
Yeah.
That's all it's all about.
That's
all that you need to do.
That all that matters.
So we are here today now on Jumpstart with the Arts. That is brought to you by wonderful, wonderful partners. We've got Carpe Diem Arts at the center of it all. Yay, Carpe Diem Arts! And we've got all of our wonderful sponsors. We've got Washington Revels, Family Fin Group, Takoma Radio, El Golfo Restaurant, where we hope that all of you who can get food from El Golfo Restaurant, because you know that's delicious food and that's where we would have been had there not been that COVID problem that I hope 2021 will solve. We're gonna be hopeful. Yes,
they have a vaccine.
So we are optimistic and excited to be here with you. We have an amazing storyteller, musician, griot woman that's coming next. But before we go there, we have to sing our Welcome to Family Fun Night. And that means that I will need to have some of my friends ready to go with their ukuleles, which is this little thing. I have a purple, she has a green. Dara, it's supposed to be hers. I'm borrowing my daughter's. Dara's gonna be first, Sabina Kirkpatrick next, Munit and the Lovebugs, and then Dara again. So I'm going to stop spotlighting myself and I'm going to give the stage to Dara. Dara, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes! So take it away, Dara.
Welcome to Family Fun Night. Welcome to Family Fun Night. Welcome to Family Fun Night. Let's jumpstart with the arts. Let's jumpstart with the arts. Bienvenidos al Golfo. Bienvenidos al Golfo. Bienvenidos al Golfo. Vamos a saltar por los artes. Vamos a saltar por los artes.
እንኳን መጣችሁ ከነቤተሰባችሁ እንዝናናበት በደስታ እንሰብሰብ በደስታ እንሰብሰብ
Welcome grown-ups, boys and girls. Welcome grown-ups, boys and girls. Welcome grown-ups, boys and girls. Let's jumpstart with the arts. Let's jumpstart with the arts.
Yay! That's how we like to say yay. In Ethiopia, we like to go. And with that welcome, we're going to now introduce you to Charlotte Blake Alston, who's going to be here with us for today's Jumpstart with the Arts. Woo, so excited. She is a master storyteller, a magical musician. She plays all kinds of instruments that some of them you will see. Some are thumb pianos, some are chorus, some are her voice. All of these instruments she's played in some of the best venues in the world, like the Jam, Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, Kimmel Center, Women of the World Festival in Cape Town. Cape Town's fantastic. She is amazing. She's going to tell us about so many things. Martin Luther King, how we can be kinder and more loving. So many wonderful things. So we're so excited. We're going to give now the stage up to Miss Charlotte Blake Alston. Everybody make some shine.
My voice is old now. I can't do that too often or too long, so my voice will leave me. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm glad to see you. It's always fun to see some what I call unaccompanied grown-ups. So this evening, we're sharing mainly with our young children, but I'm glad that others tuned in, no matter what your age is. We're all children at heart. But just so the grown-ups know, most of this is going to be geared towards our younger viewers. And when I think about Martin Luther King, who is not alive anymore, by the way, but sometimes the things you do in your life can be so incredibly wonderful that even after you are gone, the things that you did still live on. We call it a legacy. I'm an old teacher, so I have to give vocabulary words. So that's his legacy still lives, even though his body is no longer with us. A lot of what he did, people are still practicing the things that he believed in. So he was someone who fought very, very hard, even at times when people were angry at him, even at times when they would put him in jail, even times when he wasn't treated well. He kept on going. He kept following his heart. And he had a heart of kindness. He believed that everyone should be kind to one another. He had a heart filled with respect, that we should remember that everyone wants the same things that we do. Everyone wants to be treated well. He believed in fairness, that everyone should be treated pretty much equally the same way. He believed in love, that we all had a responsibility to treat each other with love. He believed in opportunity. That means give me a chance to show you what I can do. Don't just say I can have a chance because this is what my skin looks like. Give everybody a chance. So that's opportunity to show what we can do. But he was really thinking a lot about what it means to be a friend, because when he was a little boy, he had a friend that he played with. They were best friends for a long time. And I'm going to tell a longer story about that a little later. But something happened one day. He went to his friend's house, and his friend's mom said that he had to go away. And he didn't understand why. And when he went home and he talked to his mom and his grandmother, they told him that his friend's mother didn't want him there because his skin was brown. So friendship was something very important to Martin. So I thought that we might start with a little song that you can sing with me, and you're going to be using your body and your hands as well. This song was taught to me by my kora teacher. That's an instrument you'll see in a bit. His name is Yakuba Sissoko, and this song is Sikolaiko. And it talks about friendship. And it talks about even when you're little, you can make friends that you can have for the rest of your life. So the words sound like this. Sikolailankolo, sikolaiko. That's the part I will sing. You will sing wawanko, sikolaiko. I'm going to raise it up a little bit because I'm in the basement and my voice is often in the basement too. Wawanko, sikolaiko. Listen again. Amalailankolo, sikolaiko. My part, your part. Wawanko, sikolaiko. Listen. Wawanko, sikolaiko. So this time I'm going to have you repeat after me saying the words. Then I'll have you repeat after me singing the words. Wawanko, say that where you are. Siko, say it. Again, Wawanko, repeat. Siko. And here's how it sounds when it's sung. Wawanko, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. One more time. Wawanko, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. So now see if we can put the parts together, the call that I do and the response that you do. And as the song goes on, if you feel like you want to sing the call part too, you can do that too. So are you ready? Get ready to sing your part. Wawanko, Siko. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. Once again. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. Excellent. And guess what? That's not all. So we're going to keep the rhythm with our thighs. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. Now what will happen is, at one point, you're going to see me do a motion like this. When you see that, you will do the motion when you sing Wawanko, Siko. Okay? So let's try that together. Wawanko, Siko with the slaps and crossing our chest. Wawanko, Siko. Once again. Wawanko, Siko. So let's do the call and response with the singing and the motions. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Here we go. Wawanko, Siko. So I might the next time do this. And you will sing Wawanko, Siko. Or I might do this. Or you might see my arms stretch out, and what I'd like you to do is take your hand and touch the hand of someone who is next to you. So one of the things we're missing in this pandemic is human contact. We can't hug people and all that. So make sure you're touching someone. If there's no one next to you to touch, just think of yourself touching the whole world and everybody who needs to be touched, okay? So are you ready? Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. 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 Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, reach out, Siko. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Touch someone, Wawanko, Siko. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, touch someone, Siko. Amalaylan kolo, Siko. Wawanko, Siko. Repeat that. Wawanko, Siko. One more time. Wawanko, Siko. Excellent. Give yourselves a round. I bet you didn't know that was the true round of applause, did you? So, this instrument is my kora. The letters are K-O-R-A. Now, there's also a girl's name, Cora, that's usually spelled with the letter C. So the Cora has been around for a very, very long time, for hundreds and hundreds of years. And you can find the Cora in the country of Mali, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea. And if you look at a big picture of that huge continent called Africa, and you look on the left side is the west side, you will see the countries of Mali and Senegal. So it's got a big gourd. A gourd is in the pumpkin or the squash family. It got cut in half and it got all scooped out, and across the opening is animal hide, and that means the skin of the animal after he already died, so it didn't hurt the animal at all. And then it has a long, let me show you how long, a long neck, because it has a lot of strings. It has 21 strings. It has 11 strings on one side and 10 strings on the other side. Do you know what I get to play 21 strings? My first finger and my thumb on each of my hands. So you hold the instrument, hold the handles, then you release your first finger and your thumb in front of the handles so that you can reach the strings. And that's how you play the instrument. Now, usually, the instrument is played mainly by men and boys. And they are boys who are born into families whose fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers are the ones who play the instruments. But I found a wonderful person from Senegal who played the instrument. His name was Jimo Kuyate. And I said, is it okay that I'm not a man and that I'm American? He said, what matters is if you are serious. So I was serious. So I'd like to just share a little song with you that you can also join in on. All you're going to do is repeat after me. So whatever I sing, you sing the same thing, okay? So let's practice. Martin's heart, can you sing that? Martin's heart was full of love, was full of love. We can show the same love, we can show the same love that Martin spoke of, that Martin spoke. It's okay? So all we're going to do is repeat. And at one point, I'm going to sing, hey, hey, and you repeat that too. But if you have a low voice, you can sing, hey, hey. My voice is somewhere in the middle. You can sing, hey, hey. So wherever your voice is the most comfortable, that's where you can sing. So are you ready? Here we go. Martin's heart was full of love. We can show the same love that Martin spoke of. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. He was a person like you and me. He wanted everyone to have equality. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, good. I know you sound good. Martin's heart was good and kind. Keep kindness in your heart and kind words on your mind. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, good. Martin's words were clear and strong. He said that freedom to everyone belongs. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. was full of love. We can show the same love that Martin spoke of. Here we go. Hey, 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 hey. I see you singing. Hey, 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 hey. Listen. Hey, your turn. Excellent. So I'm going to see if I can sneak a short story in here. This is an old story that offers a thought about why two animals behave the way they do. Dog and cat. Well, they say long time ago, dog and cat were best friends. Yeah, yes they were. They had their houses right next door to each other. Their puppies and their kittens went to animal preschool and virtual school together. They shared everything they had. One day, Cat was in her cupboards looking for something to eat, and there wasn't really much of anything there. So she looked down on the floors and underneath her sofas and chairs, and she found some coins. But when she stuck out her paw and she added them up, there wasn't enough money to go to the marketplace and buy anything. So she went next door to Dog's house. They looked in Dog's cupboards, and there wasn't much of anything there either. So they looked under Dog's couch and under the tables, and they found some more coins. And when they stuck out both their paws, they added it up. They did have enough money to go to the marketplace to buy something both of them could share. To buy something what? Both of them could. To buy something what? So off they went to the marketplace together. They walked and walked and walked. They walked and walked and walked. Down the road they went. Down the road they went, and soon they came to the marketplace, and there was all kinds of food there. There were all colors and shapes and smells and sizes of fruits and vegetables and all kinds of grains, millet and rice, and they walked from table to table trying to decide what to buy and eat. And there's something I forgot to tell you about Cat. In the old, long ago days of time, cats love cheese. Yeah, cats love cheese. And they came to a table where a man had all kinds of cheeses. He had cheddar cheese, good, yeah. He had Swiss cheese, oh, delicious. He had Gruyere cheese, oh, fancy, yeah. He had goat cheese, and little Cat's mouth started to water. Little Cat's stomach started to growl, and Dog took one look at her and said, I know. You are a cheese fanatic. You love cheese. I'm a dog. I'll eat anything. So if you want to use the money to buy some cheese, I'm happy to share that with you. And that's just what Cat did. She put down her money. She put down Dog's money, and she picked out the biggest piece of cheese that was on that man's table. It was so big that they couldn't even drag it. They had to take turns carrying it. It was so heavy. So Dog said, I'll take the first turn. So they hoisted that cheese onto that dog's back, and down the road they went. Down the road they went. Down the road they went. And as they went, Dog sang a little song, and this is what he sang. He sang, I'm carrying our cheese. I'm carrying our cheese. Can you sing that with me? Here we go. I'm carrying. Make sure you sound that howl. Our cheese. One more time. I'm carrying that little howl. Oh, I know you sound just like Dog did on that day. But it was a great big piece of cheese, and after a while, it started to get a little bit heavy. So it was time for Cat to take a turn. They hoisted that cheese onto that cat's back, and down the road they went. Down the road they went, and as they went, Cat sang a little song too, and this is what she sang. She sang, I'm carrying my cheese. I'm carrying my cheese. Can you sing that? Here we go. I'm carrying in your catty voice. Cheese. One more time. I'm carrying. Real catty and sneaky. Let me hear it. Oh, I know you sound just like Cat did on that day. Ha ha. Dog said, wait a minute. That's not what I'm saying. She must be so hungry she's not thinking about what she's singing. Well, they walked along with Cat carrying that cheese, singing her song, but it was a great big piece of cheese and it was heavy. So Dog took a second turn. So they hoisted that cheese onto that dog's back and down the road they went. Down the road they went, and you know what Dog sang. Here we go. I'm carrying our cheese. One more time. I'm carrying our cheese. And you know what happened. They kept walking with Cat running alongside, but that was such a big piece of cheese. It was too heavy for Dog to keep going. So it was time for Cat to take a turn. So they hoisted that cheese onto that Cat's back and down the road they went. Down the road they went. And you know what Cat sang, right? So here we go. I'm carrying my cheese. One more time. I'm carrying. Real catty and sneaky. Let me hear it. Ah, I know you sound just like Cat did on that day. Ha ha. Dog said, wait a minute. That's the second time she sang that song that way. She must be so hungry it's gone to her brain. Well, they were getting closer and closer to the road that led to their houses, and the closer they got, the hungrier Cat became. She could smell that cheese. Oh! She could taste that cheese. Oh! All Cat could think about was eating up all of the cheese. And by the time they got to the road that led to their houses, she was so hungry for that cheese, she couldn't help herself. She climbed up a tree, went way out on a limb, and started eating up all of the cheese. Dog couldn't believe it. He opened his mouth to say something, and what came out was, oh! We bought that together. It was your money and my money. We were supposed to share it. You cared more about your stomach than you did about our friendship. Well, that's okay, because I know something. You can't stay up in that tree forever. You're going to get hungry again, and you're going to have to come down, and when you do, I'll be here. Well, that Cat stayed up in that tree for a long time. But she did get hungry again, and she did have to come down. And when she did, that dog shot out after that Cat, and dogs have been chasing cats ever since. I'm carrying our cheese. One last time. I'm carrying. Let me hear that little howl. Our cheese. One last howl for the road. Here we go. Our. Give yourselves a big round of applause. So we have both a brain, a mind, and a heart. Martin did his thinking and his actions with both his mind and his heart. Do you think that Cat was using her heart? I don't think she was even using her mind. She used her stomach. And after that, those two animals that have been friends for such a long time were no longer friends. So we have to think with our mind and with our heart when we make a choice. So I'd like to play a song for you that's been around for a long time. I had to go back way back in my other life and dig around, and I found that it's a song that I wrote when I was teaching for the children who were in my school. And one of the most special things about Martin was the way that he was able to speak and use his words to help people understand how he was feeling, help people understand how other people were being treated badly. He was very good at using his words. And sometimes we forget the importance of using our words that way. So song is called Talk It Out. And the chorus just is talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. You don't need to sit and pout. So talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. You don't have to sit and pout. Okay? So I'm going to start with the verse here. And I have to see where the play button is. I'm using an old device called a cassette tape. And you have to put it into a cassette player. So you'll hear when the chorus comes around. As time goes by, you're bound to have some problems with your friends. You won't agree on how you should play. You say if she won't play your way, then you won't be her friend, and she can't come and visit you again. Both her eyes fill up with tears. She stomps off angrily. She says she doesn't like you anymore. Before your anger takes control of what you do or say, there's something else you can do right away. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. You don't have to sit and pout. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. And this is the house party part of the evening too. This is the old hitchhike dance. Remember that a special part of talking problems out is listening to what others have to say. You never know what someone's feeling till you hear them out, and then together we can find a way. Everyone is different, but we all can get along if we would take the time to find out how. Ask your parents if you do not know what you should do. They'll always be there to help you talk it out. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it. You don't need to sit and pout. You don't need to sit and pout. Come on. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. You can get up and dance too, you know. This is the old pony. Everyone is different, but we all can get along if we would take the time to find out how. Ask your parents if you do not know what you should do. They'll always be there to help you do what? Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. You don't need to sit and pout. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. I see you dancing there. Sometimes you have the kind of problem that you can't resolve, and all you know is that you're really mad. You want to take your fist and hit that person very hard, 'cause it's a situation that's unfair. There's nothing wrong with being angry when you're treated bad, or telling someone just how mad you feel. Share it with your parents or a special friend you'll trust. I hope that you will always try to talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. You don't have to sit and pout. Come on. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Talk it out. Talk it out. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Always try to talk it out. You don't have to sit and pout. Get your friend and talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Always try to talk it out. One more time. Talk it out. Try to work your problems out. Always try to talk it out. You don't have to Use your words and talk it out. Talk it out. Talk it out. Yeah. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
Let's give it up. She's gonna be back. I want to see everybody shine, shine, shine. Let's see everybody give some beautiful shine for Miss Charlotte. Woo! We're gonna just take a second here to just completely appreciate her. She's gonna come back for one last tune. But before she does, we have some announcements because we don't want you to leave. We know how you always love to say thank you, thank you, thank you, and go quick, 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 quick. So we're gonna do some announcements before we go. One of which is, this is Jumpstart with the Arts. You're with Carpe Diem. You should go to carpediemarts.org and all of our social media and like all those pages so that you don't miss out on future things. But more importantly, there are a couple of things that we don't want you to forget. Is she putting on chapstick as I'm talking? Some people. Community Sing on the 21st. Every month on the 21st, we have community sings that we want you to join with your whole family, neighbors, cousins, grandparents, aunties, grandchildren. That's on the 21st every month. Come and join us. And also next month at the Jumpstart with the Arts for February, we're going to have Bomani, Baba Bomani Arma, who's going to be celebrating Black History Month, and he's going to be talking about Frederick Douglass, and he's going to do it in a way that you've never seen and heard before. So do not forget, Bomani Arma is coming through February, celebrating Black History Month, talking about Frederick Douglass in rapping and moving and rhyming and multimedia and boots and cats. And then the other thing that you should never forget is that every day at noon there is the daily antidote of song. Woo, 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 woo. That is the Washington Revels. Every day at noon, go and follow them, and then you'll find out a lot about all the wonderful artists that come through and the way you can pick yourself up in the middle of the day. Now, I'm going to introduce you to Katie Abadou, who is the newest member of Carpe Diem Arts, and she is here to talk to us about what you can do for Carpe Diem Arts, as Carpe Diem Arts does these kinds of wonderful things for you. Katie is going to be supporting Carpe Diem with tech, social media promotion, video music production, graphic design, and also assisting with some fundraising, wink wink, nudge nudge. And with that wink wink and nudge nudge, who do I nudge? Nudge nudge. I'm going to give the stage over to Katie. Woo!
Thank you so much, Munit, and thank you so much, Miss Charlotte. What an amazing night so far, and thank you to everyone for showing up and showing out and participating. This is the stuff that keeps us connected, as Miss Charlotte said, and it is so important that we maintain these human connections through these physically disconnected times. But we do need your help to do that, everyone. So please, before you just leave out the door and hit that red leave button on your Zoom link or that X on your Facebook Live watch box, please, please, please head to our donations page and drop $5 if you have it. I am copying and pasting our donation links right now into the chat box. You can donate right through our website. You can also donate through PayPal if you can. And frankly, you guys, if you have $5, that helps. $5 actually helps. So if you have that, we would really appreciate it. We want to continue to bring the arts to you, and we want to continue to bring the arts to life. So please support us, give what you can before you leave. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much for showing up. And yeah, let's keep going with the show.
Yes, thank you. And so we're going to keep going with the show, which means I'm going to spotlight my favorite storyteller ever, Miss Charlotte. Woo!
Thank you. So I see we're a little bit over the time that we normally go, but if you're able to hang around, I don't know if you have your jammies on or it's bedtime or what to get yourself a cup of hot chocolate or something. So this is the last story for this time, for this session we're together. And because of that time, there's a chorus that I'm going to ask you to join in. I'm actually not going to teach it, but you'll see what I do and hear what I say. I'll say it one time. Martin Luther King is the part that you'll say, okay? So you might want to watch the first time I do it and join in the next time I do it. I'll also be clapping for and using this symbol of peace for Martin Luther King. So here we go. Martin Luther King. He knew that with the love of God, he could do most anything again. Martin Luther King, he said we must be fair to all. We must let freedom ring. Well, Martin had a little friend with whom he loved to play. They played together all their lives, each and every day. Baseball, football, tag, hide and seek. They wrestled and they rolled around and laughed till they were weak. Well, Martin went to see his friend one bright and sunny day. The mother said, he's busy now. You have to go away. The next day he went back again. His friend did not come out. Martin could not understand what this was all about. Martin went home feeling sad. Just what is going on? My best friend will not play with me. I feel so all alone. Maybe Mom will understand. Can you explain to me? When Martin heard his mother's words, they stung worse than a bee. His mother does not want you there because your skin is brown, and white and black boys cannot play together in this town. She gave Martin a great big hug and sat him on her knee. But Martin said, that isn't right. That isn't fair to me. I'm a good and honest friend. I do not cheat or lie. When I grow up, I'm going to change these things. At least I'll try. Here we go. Martin Luther King. He knew that with the love of God, he could do most anything again. Martin Luther King. He said we must be fair to all. We must let freedom ring. Well, Martin studied hard in school. He did his very best, and he was just a little more determined than the rest. He went to college at 15. He gave it all he had. Then he went to learn to be a preacher like his dad. When Martin spoke to people, he gave them such a lift that people used to think that God gave him that special gift. Some people came and said, we need a preacher for our church. If you could be our minister, then we could end our search. Martin felt so good inside, he thought that he would burst. Now he was a minister who finally had a church. Martin loved the people and they loved to hear him speak. And hundreds came to listen to him every single week. The laws down here are just not fair. They're meant to keep us down. They're based on hatred, not on love. We must turn them around. Here we go. Martin Luther King. He knew that with the love of God, he could do most anything. Martin Luther King. He said, we must be fair to all. We must let freedom ring. Well, one day, Miss Rosa Parks had worked a long, hard day. Her feet were really hurting, how much I couldn't say. A bus pulled up. Miss Parks got on and sat down on a seat. All she wanted was to sit and soothe her tired feet. The bus got crowded and the driver came to where she sat and said, this white man wants to sit. Get up, stand in the back. I'm tired and I won't get up. You can't treat folks this way. The driver said, I'll call the law. You best do what I say. The people all looked at Miss Parks to see what she would say. Call the law, Miss Rosa said, because I won't stand up this day. Well, you know, they called the law. They put Miss Parks in jail. Some friends from her community went down and paid her bail, but they were really angry. Miss Parks was not a crook. We've got to put a stop to this. And that was all it took. Dr. King said, I agree. We can't let this go on. So we won't ride those buses because that law is wrong. The people walked, they shared their cars, they did this for a year, till finally that law got changed, never to reappear. Martin Luther King, he knew that with the love of God, he could do most anything. Martin Luther King, he said we must be fair to all, we must let freedom ring. Well, other laws were not so fair and people fought each day. Not with guns or fists, but by refusing to obey. People from all over began to lend a hand. They couldn't believe these kinds of things were happening in this land. Some were beaten, some were killed, some were thrown in jail. They sang to keep their courage up. They knew they would not fail. Then one day in Washington, thousands gathered round to hear King tell about his dream. He said, we won't bow down. I have a dream, Dr. King said, that one day in this land, black and white will all be free and we'll walk hand in hand. Here we go. Martin Luther King. He knew that with the love of God, he could do most anything. Martin Luther King. He said, we must be fair to all. We must let freedom ring. He went to Memphis, Tennessee to help the people there. Martin and his helpers went because they really cared. They went out on a balcony and thought of the day ahead. They heard a shot, and when they looked, Martin was dead. Oh, what a sad time. People everywhere could not believe what happened there. Their hearts just felt so bare. We are each a child of God, Martin used to say. And if we work together, we can make a better day. Now it's up to us to carry on what he began. We must work hard to live in peace. But Martin knew we can. Martin Luther King. He knew that with the love of God, he could do most anything. Martin Luther King. He said we must be fair to all. We must let what? Freedom ring. Let's give 3 cheers for Martin. 3 cheers for Martin's heart. Hip, hip, hooray!
Hooray!
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I'm gonna have to make this gallery so we can all see each other, so we can all give a big, 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 beautiful shine and hooray to Miss Charlotte. Miss Charlotte, we loved it, we loved it, we loved it. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to have you. Even though we don't like how COVID has separated us, we also love that we could see you from all the way where you are. Where are you, Miss Charlotte? Tell us where you are.
Just outside of the city of Philadelphia in a little town called Lansing. You can walk to the Philadelphia border where I live. So I grew up in Philly, and that's where I am, in Philadelphia.
And we're so glad that we can all have you in our own houses and in our own living rooms and our own bedrooms. One more time, let's give a big shine to Miss Charlotte. Yay! Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our pleasure. And for those of you who might be new, this is Jumpstart with the Arts. If you want to see more of our programming, definitely send us an email at info@carpediemarts.org. You heard my friend Katie Abadu. She told you $5, $2, $10, $1 million. We will take all of $1, yes, $1 and 1 million. One is just one number. We'll take all of that at carpediemarts.org/donate. Now we're going to do something where we unmute everybody and you can all say hello to Miss Charlotte and make some noise so that we're not the only lucky ones that get to say yay to Miss Charlotte. So one at a time, one of you go, unmute and say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see all of you.
Thank you.
We hope to see all of you on the 21st for Community Sing, and we hope to see all of you again next month for Jumpstart with Baba Bomani, who's gonna bring us Frederick Douglass, and he's gonna do it with hip hop and rap. So please don't miss out on that. Noon hour, you know what to do. Go to the Daily Antidote and so just enjoy yourself and uplift yourself. The world is mad, but we're gonna stay with the arts. Yay! Thank goodness for the arts. So one more time, thank you, Miss Charlotte. Anybody else want to say thank you?
So great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Thank you.
Sleep tight.
Bye, Ida. Great to see you. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Diana Mizan, Dara. Bye, Storm.